We had the opportunity to vend at one of the largest stadiums in the world, AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas, home of the Cowboys, and for one weekend, it was home to shiny cardboard collectors like us from all over. It literally blows my mind that we were vending on the field, like right next to the star logo. So here's what it looks like whenever you're vending at one of the largest stadiums there is, from the trades, the giveaways, the fun, and the chaos, and everything in between.
Yeah, it's just convenient.
Yeah. What's that?
Is it all you guys used to this?
Yeah, we.
Friday morning started early as usual. We got the car packed up to the brim and then we went ahead and hit the road for Dallas. After a nice 3.5 hours on the road, we found ourselves at the hotel and we were able to check in, get our bags put into the room, and then take the booth setup straight to the venue. Thankfully, parking was pretty easy to find, so we were able to find the vendor entrance relatively easily and make our way to the security, and then from there they checked our bags and directed us to the elevator that would take us down to the ground floor. Now, I was expecting it to be a normal elevator like any other venue that we've done yet, but no. I was greeted by these massive freight doors. I remember looking over at John, I was like, we are not general public anymore. This is crazy. Another thing to note, they didn't really give us any directions as far as how to get to the field itself. So we found ourselves on the elevator, looking at the buttons, going, which button corresponds with where we're supposed to be? Thankfully, we had John's quick reasoning and he was like, probably G for ground, and that actually turned out to be the right option. Opening up the doors and we found ourselves in this nice little hallway that was right next to a kitchen area. So a little more confusion as far as where are we supposed to go to actually get to the field itself so that we can set up this booth. Now, after almost walking into the kitchen area and just asking one of the people I saw in there, like, hey, can you tell me where we're supposed to go? Another vendor was actually walking our way and they stopped us and said, hey, are you trying to get out to the field? We were like, yes, and they were able to point us the right direction. So we walked down the rest of the hallway past where you can see where like Jerry Jones and all of them park whenever they come to a game, and we exited out onto the field, and it was just incredible. I mean, the field was absolutely empty, so it was really just an insane moment of wow. I mean, you are on the field of the Dallas Cowboys. That's crazy. About to vend shiny cardboard to the general public. Now, as we were taking in the ambiance and just the moment of where we were, kind of came to a quick realization. Looked over at John, he looked at me, and we were like, no tables. There was not even like a hint of any tables anywhere that they could start to set up to put on the field. To put this in context, whenever we were able to sign up for this early setup, they gave us a strict time limit of 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and that we had to be out of the stadium by 8. It was 5:30 whenever we made it out onto the field, so we were definitely like, this is going to be an interesting one. Not only that, but also like as we're having these thoughts, there was a tour guide that came through, and it was all these people that were basically taking in the moment, because you can do tours on the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. And so it was the point in the tour where they would basically go out on the field, they could throw a football around, take some pictures, and kind of take in the moment that we ourselves were taking in at that time. Couldn't really do that if there were tables everywhere, so I was like, maybe there was a scheduling issue there. But we didn't really want to let it stress us out. We were like, we're not going to do anything other than just kind of enjoy the moment. So we went, we took some pictures, and we were able to walk around and see everything. It was just really cool just to kind of be there and have the entire stadium to ourselves, essentially. And then after we started to stress a little bit because it was getting close to 7 o'clock, we did see this U-Haul come in that had all the tables, and there were a lot of people that were going ahead and they were starting to set up the tables in the sections that they were supposed to be in. We were actually able to go get the tables ourselves for our own section and get those set up, so we were able to do a little bit quicker. And after getting everything set up, I mean, how could we resist? We had to have a nice little pack opening on the field.
Is it 4 to the front?
Yep.
Yep.
Did you get those clubs too?
Think so.
Alright, 4 fish. Energy search. Oh!
Pika.
The Pika!
No way.
And what do you know? I was actually blessed with a really solid pull. Pikachu coming in clutch for me. So thank you, Pikachu, on that one. After all that, it was definitely time to go ahead and call it a night. So we headed back to the hotel and went ahead and did our pre-show routine of pricing out all the cards and the slabs and making sure we had everything ready to go, so that the next day would be really easy and we didn't have any stress coming our way in the morning. And then it was Saturday morning, and wow, Saturday started early. It was the earliest show we've done yet. We were up at 5:50 a.m. so that we could make it to the stadium by 7. Wanted to be sure we got there on time so it'd be a nice easy breeze down to our booth and to finish the little bit of setup that we had to do. Thank goodness that we were able to set up on Friday, because when we got there, the line for the freight elevator for the vendors to use to get down to the field was insane. Thankfully, since we had already set up our booth on Friday, we were able to use the regular elevator and we really just breezed on down. Took us about 5 minutes. I heard some horror stories from some of these vendors that they were not getting down to the field till like 11 o'clock in the morning, and the show started at 9, so I can only imagine the stress that they were having to deal with at those situations. Thankfully though, we did not have to do that, so we were able to get our cases set up pretty quickly and all the cards displayed and all that, and then we went ahead and got the show started. Now, the show started, well, it was pretty slow if I'm being honest, and I'll be honest, it really was slow the entire day. People were trickling in for that VIP entrance at 9, and I mean, I get it, you can't expect everybody to wake up early, but you would think that the stadium ambiance would have brought in a little bit more crowd early. However, after noticing the VIP trickle in whenever general admission rolled around, it really didn't pick up much. So that's always going to be a little bit of a concern whenever it comes to events like this. There for the first 3-4 hours, it was really just mainly vendors that were going around and doing deals with each other. You didn't really see very much of the general public. There were a couple moments where it started to seem like it was going to start to get a little busy, and it did fill up a little bit, but it really never reached, I think, the crowd that everyone was expecting for the venue. Not only that, but a quick PSA out there for anybody that is planning on vending or attending a show at a stadium like this. The food prices are going to be exactly what you would expect going to a game itself. I mean, the chili cheese nachos that I had were absolutely amazing, but the prices were absolutely awful. And the only thing that they let you take on the field, as you can probably expect, would be water. Get that? Nobody wants to be cleaning up chili cheese stains off of the Dallas Cowboys star logo, but it's going to make for a really long day if the only thing you've planned for these, 10 to 12 hours is a couple water bottles. So definitely keep that in mind if you find yourself going to one of these events, or especially if you're going to be vending an event like this. The event, of course, had some really cool appearances. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders came out, so we had to make our way over, take a couple of pictures with them. And then they brought out this massive inflatable Pikachu, so we were able to take a picture with it as well. Just had a lot of fun doing that. And we got an opportunity to have a pack battle with the legend himself at Pack Battle Shop. Here's how that went down.
Not gonna be 4, right?
4, yeah.
4. Let's get in. Come on. Do something crazy.
Somebody get a hit.
Oh, man.
Evo, man.
I love you, bro. Dude, literally, evolving cries.
And then
Not even a
Eric,
holla.
right? Yeah. John. Nice to meet you, man.
And we're able to go around, meet some fun vendors. We were able to find a couple cards that one of our friends really wanted, the Deerling and Sawsbuck connected art. So it was fun to be able to kind of go on the hunt for those and actually succeed in finding the cards together from a vendor. So we had a lot of fun doing that. I mean, obviously there were a lot of complications throughout the day. When it's slow like that, it makes it for a long day, especially if you're live streaming, because you're trying to keep up energy for anyone that might be in the live. And if there's really not much interaction happening in front of you, it's gonna be hard to kind of keep it lively for anybody that might join into a live and be wanting to see what this vendor POV looks like. So that can make for a little bit of a long day for sure. But you know, I mean, even with all those complications, we had a lot of fun. We met a lot of really cool people. And most importantly, you know, we were able to do it with a great community. So definitely an experience that was well worth being able to be out there for. So how do we feel, you know, vending at the craziest venue we've done yet? I mean, easily nothing tops this or even gets close to this in the charts as far as venues go. I mean, what can I say? It was insane. It was exhilarating. It was, I mean, what kind of better atmosphere can you really even ask for? So that it really was really cool to be there. But the stadium pretty much carried all the hype. I mean, Friday had a lot of complications with the tables not getting there till about 7, and there was a lot of complications with getting them set up quickly and on time. And then of course, for Saturday, for those vendors that didn't get set up on Friday, they had to deal with an insane line to be able to access the field. And a lot of them were not set up before VIP entrance even started. So there were a lot of headaches involved with that. Not only those headaches, but the attendance factor was definitely an issue. Whenever a show is that slow, it really makes for a long day for all the vendors that are out there. And that kind of leads to vendors going around to buy, which it can be good. I mean, it's fun to be able to go and buy and, you know, trade with other vendors, but it makes for a long day whenever you don't really have any potential customers or general public coming up to you and interacting with you and making time go by a little bit quicker in that regard. Still, even with all that, I mean, we get to say that we vended on the field of the Dallas Cowboys right next to the star logo. Cannot believe that I'm saying that. It still sounds surreal whenever I say it out loud. It just makes me really excited for the future venues to come and the future places we get to find ourselves in. So if you've been enjoying this video and you've been enjoying these journeys that we've been going on, please make sure that you leave a like, subscribe, and follow along for all the adventures that are upcoming. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye everybody.